Ladies and gentlemen, this is K-Field. Welcome back for some more Formula One action. We're at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, and we're on the pole. Don't ask me how I did it. The setup is fantastic. And we beat Alonso by about, not even, about 100th of a second in Q3. We actually ran faster in Q2. I knew it was going to be really well. This is still legend difficulty, so I was expecting more. I was really expecting more around the 120 area, but everybody seems to be running around 122. I expected them to put up more fight, but they didn't. And everybody's really even. In fact, the top 8 cars are all within 3/10 of a second of each other. So this is fantastic, and it's going to make for some excellent racing. So Q1 took the pole with a 122.4. Q2 took a pole again with a 122.028. So we almost broke into the 121s. Fantastic lap. I hit all my spots. It was only one fast lap. I didn't need to take a second. In fact, I backed the car down after I crossed the line because I knew it was going to be enough to get us in. What I expected was some more faster laps in Q3, but I guess the track cooled down or slowed down, and is able to eke it in with a 123 or 122.2. And why doesn't it show me the other cars? Is there any way to do that? No, it will not. But regardless, Alonso ran, let's see if I can remember. I ran a 122.2 and Alonso ran 122.248, somewhere around that. So do the math. It's about 100th of a second. I couldn't even believe it. I eked out a Ferrari like that. But here's the setup, and I warn you, going into the second chicane, considering we have rear brake bias, it's very easy to have the back end come out on you if you're still under heavy braking when you turn in. You got to get your braking done before you turn in the left-hander of that chicane. Same with the first chicane. Here's the setup. It's working very well for me. High brake pressure, 53% bias to the rear. The car is a little bit free on straightaways, but we gotta have to live with that because this whole track is the fastest track on the circuit, and we kind of have to live with that because it's all about straight line speed. If we change it, then we're going to get more drag. So we don't want that. We want to be able to accelerate and carry the most momentum into these corners because a lot of the corners don't require that much cornering grip. They just require a really good turn in. And that's the kind of trade you make. So that is the setup. And as I said, I'm really curious to see how this race starts. Being that we're on the pole, let's get out to the grid and find out. And if we can win at Monza, I will be ecstatic, and we will probably take second in the points. I don't think we can catch Alonso. I think he's pretty consistent, and as long as he stays consistent in the points, I don't think we'll catch him. But I think we're 100 and some odd points behind him, about 110. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And this is the view I'm probably going to stick with. Not even going to put it on rich. I'm just going to use a healthy dose of curves here. We got a decent start, but Alonso's got a good one. Just got to hold the inside. He's got to have nowhere to go. But he's all my curves here because it's the safest place to use it. Carries most momentum down into the chicane. This is the one I was warning you about with the brakes. Try not to use too much of that first curve, but the second curve's okay. Take this corner in third. This corner, just get a little tap on the brake. Got to be really accurate there. I think they're called the Lesmo corners. And then we carry all this raw speed down the back straightaway. Get a nice turn in here. Don't want to cut the corner too much. Use as much of this track runoff as you can. Just carry speed into the Parabolica coming up. Amazing corner. I love how it just opens up for you to accelerate and punch your way through. Let the nose steady out. Alonso's got a really good run on us. I'm going to shut the door on him. Thank God for high brake pressure. All my curves deploy again. It's really your best bet to use it all there, I'd find. I was getting my best speeds doing that. Because it's a slow exit into a very fast section of the track. We almost dipped it into the kitty litter there. And again there, the two very tricky corners that I always kind of struggle with. When I'm in qualifying, looks like Alonso's got a really strong run on us again. Gonna use all that available runoff, what it's there for. Now let's see how they handle in the race as the pace goes on. We had the fastest time in practice too. He's looking at my outside. He's got a wheel on. Does he have DRS? I'm going to stick with him all the way in, brake really hard. And we're going to be able to manage it. I don't even know how. I just drove that car straight in there. Wow. But now we're going to have to fight back against DRS the entire time. That's going to be a bit tricky. Almost spun the car on that curb. Should take both these corners. Third gear. He's got a really strong run on us. He's going to have DRS too, so he's going to go flying.
Okay, we lost that position. Put some pressure on him and try to get it back.
Let's see if we can. Going to have his slipstream. Let's see. Still have his slipstream. Should have DRS too.
We think Webber is going to pit sometime
Yes, we
in
do.
the next 5 laps.
He's got to block the inside, and I'm gonna overbrake.
In the DRS zone.
And we connect. I don't know how there wasn't a penalty for that.
Front wing damage. Front wing damage.
Wow. Wow. He gave me the outside line and I broke way late.
Don't let him catch you.
I forgot all about the extra speed I was carrying. Use all my curves here because I have it. We're shutting the door all over them. I don't know how I feel about that overtake going to the first chicane. It was a little messy, but I mean, that's racing. I can't. I had no more room. I had nowhere to go. I had to just hold the line I was on. And I'm surprised they didn't give me any kind of illegal overtake handback warning. lost it again there. Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race. We could be running a lot faster when we have fuel, a lot of fuel right now. And I'm just trying to be smooth and steady, like that's just how I race. Maybe one of these times I'll record the qualifying, I do. I almost kicked myself for not recording the pole lap here at Monza. I'm gonna run rich because it's gonna have DRS. Just gonna hold that outside line. Gonna run me off the track. Nowhere to go. He had to concede. Okay, we're putting this time in. Go back to standard. Wow, we left them 2-second gap.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
I wonder if I should kick it to lean and just kind of chill it out. Yeah, I know what I'll do. Into the slow sections, I'll run lean. Like right here.
There's enough fuel to run in high mix mode if you feel you need it. Turn fuel
No, I want to save it.
There's a gap of 3
For these
seconds
corners
between you and
anyway.
the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
I don't kick it back up. Save a little bit of fuel. Not a lot. But we just somehow eked away
You need to pit in this lap.
after that near collision in this chicane last time by. And I held it as high as I could. Enter in the pits this time to drop the lean. We're gonna have such a good head start in front of these guys. And I'm gonna run rich for my out lap, get back around. Very quick stop for Force India. Almost in the 2-second range.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
We're on the hard compound now, so. But it does just fine for this track, actually. Ran a low 123 with it in practice.
Maintaining the gap to the car ahead, so we're very happy. This is good.
Shut in the door from both of us there.
In 8th place.
Use a little bit of that green curbing there to help me turn the car. He's gonna fight me for position. Better just concede him.
We're 8 positions below where we thought we'd finish.
And then use the slipstream, suck right past him.
You're keeping up with race pace. Keep pushing.
He's gonna pit,
There are quite a few cars.
and I have DRS.
Watch out for cars exiting the pit.
We're gonna come out first. Gotta remember to brake early here. Bleed off that excess speed. And I don't see a car in sight. I wonder what the split is. It's my delta with them. .4 seconds. We don't need to start running rich yet. I don't want to bobble corners like I just did there, though. I cannot believe how this race is going right now. Cutting the corner a little bit, getting a little bit too much curve there. Got the car unsettled. So let's see, we got 5 laps to go. I kind of want to be able to run rich all the way to the end, but we'll see what happens. It's not going to work that way.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
It's Weber too. So Alonso probably had some bad luck due to having to replace the front wing when we got collided in the first chicane. But we battled hard. He fought me hard and I fought him hard. That's what you see in real life.
Pit crew will ready option.
Didn't mean to hit that, sorry guys. Going in the grass a little bit there. You lose a lot of time in that second Lesmo corner if you're not perfectly accurate with it. Every time I take those corners, it makes me wish I was in running a manual gearbox, because being able to shift down faster it'll just help me brake, because the engine would be doing the braking when you shift down rapidly like that. It helps you take the corner at the proper speed. This computer really doesn't downshift the way I'd like it to. Decided that I'm probably just going to run the way I am for the rest of the season, and then for the start of season 2, it's going to be probably no assists at all. Except maybe the manual or automatic gearbox, simply because the clickers can be a little loud and annoying. I don't want that, so I'm going to run this last lap on standard. Because with 4 laps to go, I don't see any opposition reeling us down. We're taking that chicane really well, I feel like. And both those Lesmos felt good. I don't think I have to worry about anybody using the Euros on me. Okay, got a little bit too much braking there because I didn't turn in at the right time. We were late. But we still carried a lot of speed coming out of it, as you can tell by the amount of runoff I used. Alright. Okay, I'm being caught big time. Let's go to Rich. Gap's only 1.5 seconds. Good exit, good exit. Worried about Weber, he's clearly a lot faster than me. But we just made that a purple sector, so that's helping us big time. We're running our fastest laps now. Ooh, car got a little bit sideways on me, but no DRS for him. Had to cut the corner. Pushing the car like I'm on options, and we're not. Because now I'm really kind of scared about Weber catching me. I want this to be clean finish. No chances. Looking at another win on Legend difficulty. I'm very ecstatic. I mean, you probably don't hear it in my voice, but our lap times are not off the fastest. We're only 0.5 of a second off. Well, 0.4 basically. We just really pulled away on Weber. Again in the purple. And we just took a real nice exit there too. Both the Lesmos felt nice. Beautiful. They might have to drop down to standard halfway through the last lap. We'll see. Right now, everything is in the purple, all the sectors. That one felt good too. We're really pulling away now. 1 7/10 of a second. Bringing it right up to the outside of the racetrack. .300 kilometers an hour across the line. We just set the fastest lap of the race. Almost in on the 123s. And I can see some lap traffic heading out of the chicane.
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Beautiful. So we set a fast lap too. I think that's gonna stick. We'll see. Can I hang on to it?
There's not much between you and the car behind. Just 2 seconds.
2 seconds is a lot right now. Andy, you kind of should chill out, dude. As long as I don't screw up, we're gonna be champions at Monza. Well, not champions, but Grand Prix winners. Looks like we're gonna be able to make it on fuel the whole way. Running a little bit wide, and I almost lost it. And it's gonna cost me. Could have just lost the race there. One more corner to go. Let's nail it. Use all the rest of my curves. I forgot to use some apparently. So we're gonna see the checker flag wave, and we're gonna take the win at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Setting our objective, smoking our teammate. That's awesome. That is. And setting the. Oh no, we got beat. Massa ran. No, we didn't.
You dominated the whole weekend. Pole and the race win.
Pole, the win, and the race fast lap. Or the fastest lap in the race. Oh my god. 25 points. Second place. And we're only 13 behind Alonso. Wow. The Mercedes are just falling. Disappointed in that. Because I was thinking about using Mercedes as my ride next season. But to see Lotus in the 3rd position, I'm feeling good about going with them next season. The contract with McLaren is still on the table. But let's check out Kevin James' celebration. Just ignore the Resta on his uniform there. Very good job. Good job, Mark. And that is it for the Italian Grand Prix. Feels good. I'm Italian, so I just took my home Grand Prix, technically. I know I don't sound Italian, but I'm mostly Italian, about 95%. So, feels really good. Any more contract offers? Next race is Singapore. and the McLaren contract is still there. It's kind of like it's very itchy because I know McLarens are very fast in this game anyway. But with the 2013 mod, their pace is not the same. I know that has changed, especially their reliability. And that's something we don't want to deal with. So Singapore street circuit under the lights next week. Be there. You're gonna miss out. So guys, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, second the points. Massive things happening for us. It's great. It's been great. Let's see if we can carry this momentum into the future weeks. And subscribe if you don't want to miss out any of the F1 content. It would mean a lot as well. And I will catch you guys next time. So have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. And peace out, guys.